Online abuse is a massive problem in today's society. Cyberbullying, trolling, the most horrific things get sent by the keyboard warriors that cowardly hide behind their computer screens. I see it on a daily basis. I am off of pretty much most social media these days for that exact reason. I can't hack it. I don't want to see it, even when it's not involving me. It just makes me sad. Doesn't really help my mental health. And I know that is very similar for a lot of people, particularly those who are, of course, the subjects of these online abusers. Now, of course, we have seen some horrific things being said recently by fans of a certain driver. I am not wanting to associate the fans with that driver. I just think these people are idiots that are saying these horrific things. Of course, I am talking about the fans of Franco Colapinto, who a small minority, I'm not saying all Franco fans are actually like this. I know they're not. A lot of you guys are in my comments on YouTube. I really appreciate your support, but I know there is a very vocal, very small minority that just take things too far and have said horrific things about Mick Doohan, Jack Doohan, Yuki Tsunoda, among others. And we've seen it in IndyCar as well, where, of course, Colapinto's fans did a similar thing as well, issuing death threats out to other drivers who were perceived to have wronged their man, and there was a lead reason why actually he left IndyCar as a result. So it really does not help anybody, including the driver that they are pretending to support. Now, Sir Lewis Hamilton has been very vocal about a lot of issues in motorsport, not least, of course, racism and sexism. Now he's also spoke out about online abuse in general and said that the increased popularity of Formula One these days has attracted more idiots, more keyboard warriors, trolls, whatever you want to call them, losers. Let's be real here, guys, losers to the sport who have just got only intentions for causing havoc and being a problem. Anyway, that's my kind of mini rant there about that. I'll read out this article here on the F1chronicle.com, guys, and then we'll talk about it after it as well. Just give some more of my thoughts on it, because at the end of the day, it has to be stamped out. There's something that has to be done, but what can you do? What can you do? It's such a difficult issue. Anyway, let's have a look at this. Lewis Hamilton has spoken about the growing issue of online abuse in Formula One, saying the sport's increased popularity has brought added intensity and new challenges for today's drivers. Several drivers, including Jack Doohan, Yuki Tsunoda, and Formula 2's Alex Dunn, have been subjected to online abuse in 2025 alone. Speaking on the topic, Hamilton pointed to how much the environment has changed since his own Formula One debut in 2007. The times have changed. I would say the racing space has probably got a lot busier with the fame of the sport, so it's probably more intense. Maybe the media is more reactive. Maybe. You've got social media presence and online abuse that we didn't have when I got into the sport. It's been pretty amazing to see how mature the young drivers that have come in, the young men that have come in, have adapted and how they've carried the weight, because it's no easy situation to be thrown into. When I got there, it felt like being thrown into the deep end without having the skills to keep yourself afloat. But there wasn't the online stuff that you could see, and that's significant. There are probably even more demands on the drivers today outside of the car than ever before. The issue gained further attention when Doohan was dropped by Alpine for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix and replaced by Franco Colapinto, who crashed out in qualifying. A manipulated screenshot of a message from Doohan's father, Mick, circulated online, showing Colapinto crashing with the caption, "Very impressive," and laughing emojis. Doohan responded on social media writing, "Please stop harassing my family. I didn't think it would have got to this point." Tsunoda, who had an incident with Colapinto during a practice session, also received online abuse. "It's good that they have energy, but just control it. And I feel like they can use that energy in the right way and in a much better way," he said. If it still continues and it's getting worse and worse for sure, at some point F1 should say something. Colapinto called for calm among his supporters. There is a lot of hate on social media, and that's what I would think. So of course we always try and want for all the drivers to keep it respectful and keep it calm there. Hamilton's comments reflect a growing concern in Formula One as the sport deals with expanding global following and the more toxic elements of online fan culture. And let's be real here, guys, this is not something that is exclusive to Formula One. It is not something that's exclusive to motorsport. It is not something that is exclusive to sport. It is something that we see in a lot of different circles of the world online. It's just a fact. I see it on my videos. I see it in the comments. I see it on other people's videos as well. Sometimes it's relatively harmless. It's relatively benign. But sometimes people take it way, way too far. And it's horrible to read. And it's horrific. But it's like, what can you do? These cowards just hide behind a profile picture that's not of them, a name that is not of them. How do you track it? How do you punish these people for doing what they do? And if you don't punish them, they'll keep doing it. You can block the account, you can delete the account, but they'll just make another one. It's easy for them. These people live just to cause hatred, just to spit vitriol at people, and it has to stop. But it won't. It won't. People will always do it. When you empower people by allowing them access to the internet, there's some people out there that just want to go out and just spout hate. It's horrific. And it's not just Colapinto's fans. Let me just make this clear. It's not all of Colapinto's fans. It's a small minority of them. And it's not just his fans either. You see it all the time. There's some real idiots that support Hamilton. There's some idiots that support Verstappen. Idiots that support Lando. Every Formula 1 driver has. I'm sure there's some idiots that support Nico Hülkenberg and Gabriel Bortoleto at Sauber. I'm sure there are. Every country has them. Every driver has them. We see it in sports all the time. The amount of idiots that follow football and say the most horrific things online. The amount of people that... I mean, look at what happened in tennis. Very much a tangent here. But look at what happened in tennis with Raducanu. There's some stalker trying to get tickets to Wimbledon to see her. Thankfully, got spotted and flagged and blocked. But this, honestly, it's horrific what's going on right now. And it feels like it's just getting worse with this stuff. People are just getting braver with this stuff. I don't know why. It's a problem in society in general. It really, really is. But Formula 1, sadly, is not immune to it. And it's just, for me, it's a simple thing as the law of averages. You attract 100 million new fans to Formula 1 over the last few years. I'm just plucking a number out of the air. But the interest in Formula 1 has grown exponentially over the last not even 10 years since Liberty Media took over. You attract hundreds of millions of new fans to the sport. And even if 0.01% of these people are idiots, trolls, whatever you want to call cowards, right? That's still thousands of people. That's still hundreds of people. That's a lot of people. And it only takes a few dozen of those or so to be wailing on people online in the comments for it to feel overwhelming. It really, really does get to you if you see that sort of stuff. I stay away from it best I can, but even then, I see a small amount of it, and that's more than enough. So I can't imagine what these guys are feeling. Like some of the stuff you see in some of Hamilton and Verstappen's comments are just downright horrible. Really, really is. And we've seen it with Sonoda and doing. Anyway, I could talk about this all day, guys. It's cyberbullying. That's what it is. Cyberbullying. That's what it is. Cyberbullying, abuse online. It's got to stop, but I don't see how it will. I really don't. And as more fans keep joining Formula 1, fans in this case, you're going to get more idiots like this. They've always been around. It's just a lot more of them now. But yeah. Your thoughts in the comments below, as always, guys, are appreciated on this. What can be done? What should be done? Like, share, comment, subscribe, hopefully to see less like this. I don't like reporting on this stuff, but it's important we do. But yeah, see you soon, guys. Have a great day wherever in the world today. And if you're online, stay safe. Don't listen to the idiots on there. There's plenty of them. Don't give them the time of day. Just ignore them. Report them. Block them. Simple as that.